This segment called Two Attorneys Arguing. Now, I don't know how much we're going to argue about it, but I think there might be some significant argument because we are at a precipice in our country.
A precipice?
Precipice. Where you're either on one side or you on the other. And I
can't be in the middle? Can't be on the fence?
Not on this one.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
I don't know what the subject is, but I feel like a lot of times you can be on the fence.
3 letters. I-C-E. A lot of people are scared. You got the government coming in, pulling 1,000 people at a time, coming in with masks, helmets, guns.
I'm a little nervous.
But you're going to be deported to South Dakota?
I'm going to be deported back to South Dakota. I don't want to go back to South Dakota.
I don't want to go back to the mobile home and the chickens.
I definitely do not. If only you were joking. That's actually true. It is a mobile home, and there were chickens. So actually, there were turkeys, but it's pretty much the same.
But they were mean turkeys.
Yeah, they were mean, man. They would come running up and peck the hell out of our little dogs. Probably because when they were tiny little turkey chicklets, the dogs used to chase them around and try to kill them. So
vengeance shall be mine.
Yeah, turkeys are vengeful, man. They are.
Like the turkey was going, "Con!"
Yes. I grew up, and now I'm bigger than you, and now you're going to feel it. So those dogs got it rough.
We got a question, and the question was a rough one. It came in today. I'm an unarmed security guard at a site where immigrants go to learn English and basic skills, and my shift supervisor told me to challenge any ICE agent attempting to enter and do not let them into the site no matter what.
No, that's a mistake.
No.
It's not a mistake?
No.
You can't be told that by your boss?
Why would anybody tell an employee
I want you to
are going to be the wall enforcement to the government?
I want you to challenge law enforcement. That seems like a bad instruction.
How much are you getting paid? If you're getting 8 figures, maybe.
Do the ICE agents actually listen to unarmed security guards when they say, no, you're not allowed to ABC?
Right before the unarmed security guard gets plowed right into his chest. I'm talking sternum on the wrong side of the rib cage.
This guy wants his employee to engage in theater. He wants the appearance of his security company to be that on the quote side of the immigrants instead of the side
of angels.
Law enforcement.
Is that what he's suggesting? Is that what we're dealing with? The side of angels, or people who are committing a crime? And that's really the big issue that people talk about right now. When they say illegal aliens, they're going, "Oh, that's offensive." Okay, well, is that a term we use, or is it a term we have to change, like, sanitation engineer instead of garbage man? I mean,
you're talking about using euphemisms because the truth makes your tummy hurt?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, should we provide somebody more respect than say, "Hey, listen, you're an illegal alien," instead of an undocumented? See, it's like, you notice the difference?
I think they should be treated the same. Illegal aliens and undocumented immigrants, or unpapered Americans, whatever phrase you want to use. If you're here against the law, what is the problem with enforcing our law? Are we allowed to have a border? Are we allowed to have laws? Can you imagine any other country being helpless? Like Japan, if I'm in Japan, we can't get rid of these people who came here without our permission and against our laws. Well, what are we going to do? Just shrug our shoulders? Do you think that happens in any other country?
No.
Why is it that all these other countries get to have borders except ours?
I think because we think that we're better.
Does Mexico think they're better?
No, nobody thinks. No,
because just last week,
Mexico's run by the cartels. Who are we kidding?
I saw a huge protest in Mexico because they were protesting the Guatemalans coming into Mexico and not adopting their culture.
Oh, here's
which if that was any city in the United States, the headline would be, racist, xenophobe. But the headlines didn't say racist, xenophobe for the protests in Mexico, protesting the people below Mexico coming into Mexico.
And this is where it got worse. Last week, they also had protests against American expatriates who are going there to pay less for,
So if you're okay with illegal immigrants being here, how do you square that with the Mexican protesting that their national sovereignty is being eroded by not only Americans, but people coming from the South as well?
Do as I say, not as I do. That's what it's about. We are Americans, America. We are better. We think our laws are better. We think our courts are better. We think the way we do things are better. And you know what? Based on my study of international law, we are better. And if anybody has a problem, here, hold on. Here's the deal. Study another country's law and ask who has better protections than we do. I mean, across the board, criminal rights, civil rights, everything we do is actually better. You know, ask any lawyer who works both sides of this. You know, you don't get England. Oh, well, what about England? Don't go to court in England.
Oh, yeah. They'll
ask Johnny Depp how that worked out for him. Yeah,
that doesn't work out well for anybody.
No,
really.
A lot of these European countries, everything else like that, they treat, you know, criminal defendants like
aren't you supposed to think that your country's the greatest though? Whatever country you live in, even if you're Canadian, Canadians,
we don't though. We don't as Americans.
You guys
we don't.
Up in Canada, I don't know how you could do it, but you should have the opinion that Canada is the greatest country in the world.
Do you know why they don't? Because they hate each other. No,
Canadians hate each other.
Yeah. They have huge issues dealing with because you got Quebec, which is the French Canadians.
Well, we hate each other.
No, imagine we had a whole quarter of our country spoke a different language, and I'm not talking about like California. Stop it. I'm talking about legitimately that's their language. French Canadians are always trying to secede from Canada. They always have a vote, a referendum, like every 6 years, like we want to leave. Not like we're threatening to leave.
Like Brexit? What would they call it in Canada?
Well,
Canadexed.
But, you know, and Canada's tough because the people are tough. You know, they're not like us. They look like us, but they're not. They like you know, you stick them in a room, they're automatically thinking, if something goes down, who do I kill first to eat?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. They're like Wolverines from there. Yeah. Logan from the X-Men. That's how I lay things out, you know.
So the Canadians are as tough as Logan from the Marvel comics. You know? I don't see that. I see him whining a lot on the news. Yeah.
Oh, come on. These guys are tough. You know how cold it is? You wouldn't survive like a minute in their winter. You're cold in Florida.
Their health care is awful.
It's free.
It's awful. Of course it's free. Garbage is free too.
Stop it. The doctors
if they can afford it, they come to the United States to get medical care.
It's the delays that suck.
They die waiting for things like stitches.
Dude, we ain't that much better
here.
Hold on,
waiting for somebody to stitch up a wound.
Hold on. Outside.
I'm sorry, that lady didn't die. She had her leg amputated, but as close to dying as you can get without actually dying.
How long it took for me to get to see a primary? It was like 4 months. A primary. That's the doctor who just sends you somewhere else. He doesn't even do anything on you. He goes, let's check your pulse. Yeah,
that's because you had to do it in plan. You can go see a doctor. You can't do that in Canada. You can't just go, hey, I'm going to give you money. Please see me.
You can't.
That's not available in Canada. They come to the United States for
doctors. They have private doctors who have their private practices who don't take it.
Why do they all come to the United States to get all of these elective procedures done? And not even elective.
Because they can't afford it.
You're talking things that are necessary, like heart disease, kidney surgeries, liver, gallbladder. They can't wait in Canada.
Well, I don't want to wait on a serious surgery. You know, I'm not fond of having to wait at all for something medical because I'm going, is this going to kill me? Not really. It might kill you. Like when I had cancer and they took a skin cancer and they're going, you got the good cancer. I'm like, I don't like the word. Maybe change the name.
Well,
don't tell me I have cancer.
You have to. It's all relative. I mean, people who deal with cancer every day, they're delighted to tell you you have the very least threatening type of cancer there is. I'm happy to tell you that because the other thing I could be telling you is, you got limited time on this planet.
There's bad cancer. There's some bad cancer out there. The ones where they go, you got like the guy who used to do some of our clothes when we had money, the suit guy.
He had brain cancer.
Yeah, 1 month. Could you imagine them telling you got a month?
No.
A month. What would you do? You get 1 month, and don't tell me I'd spend as much time with my family as possible. I don't want to hear that one. Shut up.
Of course,
just shut up. What would you do?
That?
Shut up. No. No.
Oh,
You
no.
do something. Let me do something selfish. I'd be eating steak every night, steak and lobster every night. What is it going to kill you? I mean, what else? I mean, think about it.
I don't know. What would I do if I had a month to live?
A month.
I'd probably try and visit everybody who was important in my life.
Yeah, spend a day with everybody.
Yeah.
Spend a day.
Hey, this is the last. Hey, I got.
Would I get a
30
day,
days
or
left.
would you like I've had enough with you?
No, you get a day. You get a day.
I get a day.
You get a half a day.
Half? Come on, half.
You get a half a day.
Come on.
You get a half a day.
I deserve.
And that would probably be 2 hours too much for you. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
I don't hear you complain. We're going to talk about the cancer again. Come on, man. We've already gone through this.
Tough it up.
Now walk it off. Rub some dirt in it. No, I don't know. There are a couple things. Now, how do we bring this back to the ICE issue? And it's real simple. We have to look at things as clean as possible, as clear as possible. Take your politics out of it and figure out what you're dealing with. And honestly, look at things from a clean perspective. And if you, for example, if your boss tells you to commit a crime, and the crime is obstruction of justice and aiding and abetting or harboring, which could be a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on how serious you are about committing these crimes. So I don't think
Well, how is it even a question? It's only a question because of today's political environment. If the question was, hey, my boss told me to go steal a car, or told me to commit fraud, or told me to hit that person in the head with a baton at the ATM when they weren't expecting it, why would you listen to anyone who's telling you to do something illegal?
I'm going to make
Why is this illegal act? Is it that you think that this one is morally justified? Is that what's going on?
Now, I'm going to say something, and you might rethink this. I actually have a chance of flipping this with you. I don't think so.
Go
but
ahead.
There's a possibility. There's another thing like this that happened about 200 years ago. The Underground Railroad, where we citizens protected slaves. Now, slavery was the law of the land. That was the way it was. But some people disagreed. They thought it was unfair, and which rightfully so. Now that we're here, we go, yeah, that wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you think we're going to be viewed 200 years from now when we're looking at these? They're going to be looking at images and probably weird digital films and holograms of what went on with ICE and everything. Do you think they're going to view it similar to slavery?
I think there's a distinction. I think there's a big distinction. On one hand, you have a fellow citizen, an American, your neighbor, somebody who's been here
Not
their
an
whole
equal,
life.
though. They weren't
Somebody who's
considered
been
equal
here-
back then.
Who cares?
They were property.
It doesn't matter what the consideration was. Somebody who's been there their whole life. And a lot of times, a lot of people who were slaves were born into slavery because their parents were. So you have a human being who's here, who didn't come here illegally, who didn't decide, hey, I'm going there whether you like it or not. They're here, and they're being treated inappropriately.
You mean like
I can see
you mean like
standing up to the
birthrights?
law. I don't
Are
see.
you arguing birthrights right now?
No, I'm saying there's a distinction.
Well, birthrights
There's a distinction in the Underground Railroad and trying to help out blacks in the early formation of this country, and today with people who just decide, I don't care what your laws are. I'm voluntarily going to go into your country, and you're going to give me all of the benefits that your citizens receive. And if you don't, I'm going to complain about it. And if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to riot, I'm going to steal, I'm going to commit all kinds of crimes. You're talking about two different categories and classes of people.
I personally think by the time I leave this planet in 20 years from, we might wonder about that. We might think about what was right and what was wrong. I mean, I don't know. As of today, I'm sitting here going, there are a lot of people who want to get to this country. They want to do it legal and they can't. And that's sad. I have a problem with that. I do think we have the most liberal laws when it comes to immigration on the planet. I think we're as easy as it gets. People are going to mention Europe. It's really unfair to mention Europe because what they did was the European Union agreed on taking so many immigrants from different countries to say we're going to be doing this, and everyone had an agreement. They just didn't all just parade into the country. So it's tough, and I feel for people on both sides, and hopefully we can come together as a country. Oh yeah, and don't listen to your boss when he tells you to do illegal crap.